Hey guys, Ryan Finnegan here from VA Disability Claims Explained. I want to jump on real fast, let you know that my first book, How to Build a Strong VA Disability Claim the First Time, is live on Amazon. And just want to jump on and give you a quick book overview of what you can expect. Because I know a lot of times when people put books out, you have no idea and you want to go buy it and you get it and you're disappointed. Want to jump on real fast and just let you know just generally what you can expect from the book, and then hope that you'll consider ordering a copy today, especially if you are in the VA claims process, if you've thought about making a VA claim, if you're a family member or a spouse and you want to help that your significant other and the veteran make a claim, or if you just want to go on and buy a book and gift that to a veteran that is looking at making a claim, right? That there is no better gift that you can give somebody. We can tell people thank you for your service all the time, but I would bet almost everyone in the veteran community probably rates a disability claim somewhere in there, but they don't know where to start. So if you want to say thank you for your service, give them a book and just tell them, hey, look, I care about you. It's important. I think that you should read this book and then go out, and go to VA Disability Claims Explains YouTube page, Facebook page, and follow along and then make a solid claim. So what can you get in the book? Chapter 1, we're going to talk about understanding the VA claims process. So everything in there that we're going to discuss is why claims get denied. Because if you know how they get denied, you can start to work to reduce that. We're going to talk about the importance of research and what to research. Your claim, the Code of Federal Regulations, the symptoms in the Code of Federal Regulations and how it equates to an actual percentage. We're going to talk about how to go and find the Disability Benefits Questionnaire or the DBQ so that you understand what questions they're going to ask before they ask, so that you can start to build your symptoms and your evidence to show during the compensation and pension, and to show to the rater through the evidence that you have a solid claim and the symptoms that match the Code of Federal Regulations, because the VA rates on federal law. And then we talk about steps that you can take right now. Get your intent to file in, whether you go to a VSO or you call the VA's 1-800 number and you simply file your intent to file. That will lock your back date in, and that will put you on a 12-month clock to build a claim. It's important because, especially if you have a service-connected disability, or you think that you have one and you're going to make a claim, is get your intent to file in today so that you can lock your back pay in. You can lock your back pay date in, because if you wait 4 months to make a claim, that's 4 months of back pay that you're missing out. We talk about how to do proper research, how to start to gather your medical evidence, and then to contact a VSO. Chapter 2, we talk about using detailed claim information sheets to start building your claim. So there's some examples in there, and I have a workbook that I'm actually going to be updating that will mirror this book, but how to really go in and start to look at, do I have a claim? Do I have the evidence? What happened? When it happened? And if you don't want to make your own, sign up for free and get our claim information sheet, which you'll get emailed to you, and it will help you start to go through, excuse me, to help you start to go through and look at, do I have a claim? What happened? When it happened? Do I have the evidence? Can I get buddy statements? Everything you need to start the process rolling. Chapter 3, we talk about organizing medical evidence. It's important not only to have medical evidence, but to have it organized in a way that benefits you. You're going to learn about tips for effective document tracking, gathering medical information or your medications listing, and any side effects, because that is one question in many of the DBQs that they ask. So if you have that information beforehand versus trying to scramble to remember, what medications you're on, do I have side effects, is you get all that in that medical evidence gathering stage. And then recommendations on how to manage your evidence. If you're making large claims or you have a claim with a lot of medical evidence, the management of it is crucial to your mental health, because you're going to be thinking about it a lot. So there are some tips in there on how to manage that. Chapter 4, we're going to talk about tracking your symptoms, your pain, your mood, your headaches. Each one of those talks about specifically on how to track those every day. And then it gives you examples um, of how you can build a tracker for those, or watch for the workbook as it comes out, so that you can use that to provide that as lay evidence. And within that lay evidence, it helps to show the rater and the compensation and pension examiner, and ultimately giving that to your medical provider. It shows them the pattern of where you are, so that your treatments can get better, and they can get an accurate picture of, if you're claiming migraines and you tell them, yeah, I get them a lot. No one knows what a lot is. But if I can give you 2 or 3 months of a migraine tracker that shows how many I get per week, per month, and the severity of them, it helps them to really get an accurate claim and a picture of where you are. Chapter 5, dedicated to nothing but compensation and pension exams. Your CMP exam, in the last video we talked about this. This is vital to your claim. So we talk about not only how to prepare for it, how to practice your honest and clear symptoms, how to prepare the day of, both your mindset and your preparation, behaviors during the exam, and then importantly, how to describe your systems with clarity, consistency, frequency, and severity. All right, that is huge. What you want to be is a credible veteran. You don't want to show up to your compensation and pension and have the examiner or the VA believe that you're not credible. That does not help your claim. And then some actions to take after your exam. And then chapter 6 is nothing but nexus letters, right? One of the big key things for your VA claim is the nexus to military service, event, or area that you were at. So chapter 6 is going to talk about not only the importance of the nexus letter, but the key wording that you have to have in the nexus letter to make it credible, and then an example. So if you go to and sign up for our free checklists, which I'll link below, is the last document you're going to get at this point is a nexus letter, um, a nexus letter example. So it's a package, something you can give to your provider or the specialist that you're asking for a nexus letter. It tells them what the nexus letter is, why you're requesting it. It gives them 2 different examples of what it looks like. And most importantly, it gives them the key information that they have to have, the medical rationale, and then the justification, wording that, it's either, the key out of the whole thing is to get as least as likely as. That tells them that they're 50% confident that your medical condition or diagnosis is connected to military service. So it's key, because especially when you're dealing with medical professionals or busy people, is to give them this to make sure that it is correct the first time, so that you can use that nexus letter. And then talks about what to do if you can't get a nexus letter, how you can start to attempt to build your own connection between what happened, your condition, and how those two are related to your military service. And then last, in chapter 7, we just bring it all together. Some final thoughts, how to bring it together one step at a time, right? But it's important, because this book isn't designed, even though it's only like 86 pages, is not designed to sit down and read it all at once. It's designed to sit down and read it chapter at a time so that you can understand it, you can absorb it, and then you can put it into action. Because VA claims can be very overwhelming. So if you look at this all at once and you think, oh man, I've got to do all this at the same time, right? It will produce some anxiety, some overwhelming feelings that you'll just want to step back and not do it. So read this book one chapter at a time, absorb it, reread it if you need to, and slowly start to put things into action. So with that said, I would hope that you will go to Amazon, check out the book, buy a copy for yourself, buy a copy for your veteran in your life, And together, we can start to change the veteran community to making strong claims. Thanks for your support and have a great day.